everybody, this is Kat, otherwise known as Ladybug, and I thought I would show you a Temu haul, and then we could get to work, and then show you how much I've done um, on the ferry that I've been working on. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm kind of distracted. Okay, one of the first things that I got, okay, is I got another one of these. All right, this one is a 24. Okay, and oh, come on. And it's got the larger containers. They're a little bit larger. They're like the medium size. They're not the small, they're the medium. And so there they are. They're pretty good size. And it's only 24. I thought it was going to be a 34, but I think I looked at it wrong. But that's okay. Okay. I got this from Temu, of course. And I really do like these containers. They are, well made, and they got varying sizes, and I really do like them. So there we go. That's a 24 grid. Okay. It's nice. Then I got, let me put this back on here. All right. Get over there. Then I got this little thing. And this little thing is a razor blade. It's so you can open up boxes. Seeing as I've been getting a lot of boxes here lately. So I think it was 69 cents. And I think I got this one, I think I paid $11 or $12 for it. It wasn't that much. Okay, I got those two. And then I got, because this is a small Temu haul, it's not a great big one. I got a couple more of the capri type leggings, but they're the capri. And I got this one. It's purple. It's got flowers all over it. And anyway, so that's what I got. There's one of those. And then I got a really bright one. Let me show you. Get this out of here. This one I really liked because I like the bright colors. Okay. There she be. It is got flowers all over it, as you can see. And it also is the capri. And I just love the colors, all the bright colors, And so anyway, that's my small Temu haul. It's not very big, but the reason I keep buying these is because I'm picking them up for like $7 a piece, and I can't get a pair of shorts at Walmart for that. So anyway, so I got 2 more pairs, and that's it. I'm not going to buy any more because that gives me 5 pairs of the capri leggings. And so I don't need any more than that. And so anyway, so that's that. Okay. Let me fold these up a little bit. Get them out of the way. But anyway, that's what I got. It wasn't, like I said, it's not that big of a haul. It's a little tiny haul. And then I've been working on this, which I'm almost done with. Let me turn this on so you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, I've only got this little bit of section here to do, and then I'm done. Okay. And I just thought I'd just kind of come on here and show you what I'm doing. This is what she looks like when she's upright. And I should have her probably done tonight because most of all of this is W's. All right, which is 939. And it's mostly background. Okay. But I think it's looking pretty good. It's not bad at all. Once I get it done, I'll take and seal it, and it'll be good to go. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what I've done so far. And I know I'm not really been on today much. I was on the live earlier today with Sherry and Star and Miss Bell. And then I jumped off of there and got busy doing some stuff, and then I laid down for a little while. And I've been trying to get back to doing this, but it just doesn't want to cooperate. You know what I mean? But anyway, I thought we could work on this for a little while because, you know, I don't know how long I've been on here, but it's not been long. And so I thought we'd just dig these out and get my drills out, which is right here. And come on out there. There we go. 9 through 9 is W. Turn this so I can read it. Let's see. We got W's. How about N's? What are the N's? 3750. Get those out. I kind of end up taking a bunch of these out and then move this out of the way. 890. That's this one. Okay. J. 472. Yes, we got I's. No. Yes, I's and L's. 966. That's the L's. And then I's is 3047. 3047. All right, that's enough for now. There we go. Get that baby out here so I can work on it. There we go. So, what do we want to work on first? How about these W's? We'll get those out of the way. Let's see, it's 939. That's this one. Way. I spilled some. Okay. That's all right. We're okay. All righty. Here we go. So I hope you all had a good day because it was nice and warm here today. It got up to 82 degrees. And then and I had to come in and bring the girls in, and there it is. Because it was getting a little bit warm, so I ended up having to come in, and I ended up turning the air conditioner on. So, okay, just making sure that you're more or less in the shot. And so anyway, I came in and I turned the air conditioner on for a while because it was getting just a little bit too warm, even for me. And so I brought the girls in and brought them into the bedroom, and they are sacked out in their little cubby. And I got Frankie on the top and Lily in the middle. Yeah. Anyhow, so other than that, there's really not much going on. It's just been kind of quiet. Mostly just been watching videos, you know. I did empty the dishwasher earlier. And then I've been just kind of hanging out in the bedroom where it's cooler. So that is what I have been doing. Yeah, Sherry, Kentucky Philly, they're getting ready to have a 12-hour live. I believe it's this coming Friday. It's going to start at 2 in the afternoon. All right, and it's going to go all the way through to 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, they're going to be tired when they get done. Absolutely. So I figured I'd hang out over there on Friday, and listen to them and, do some work and whatnot. Yeah, I need to kit up the horse for next month, and then they were talking about doing an event, which let's see, was it May, June? It might have been June. For crazy birds. So I don't know. Anyhow, so I'll have to look and see what I've got in my stash, because I don't want to really buy anything. And then I think they were talking about doing one for an event for either October or November for Native American month, I think, or whatever it is. And so I think they were talking about that. And then what else were they talking about? I can't remember. And anyhow, so, and then July, I think it's in July, they're going to do something to do with like Independence Day or whatever, or something like that. Well, I've got this one that I picked out, and it's got a Scottish cow, and he's dressed up in a red, white, and blue outfit. I don't remember if he's got a cowboy hat on, or then again, it might be flowers too. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I think I got that in my stash. And then, so we got a bunch of different things coming up on the themes coming up, the events. So I try to keep everything written down because if I don't, I'll forget. I got a very short memory. And yep, Nova's going off. I hope that doesn't bother you because once she gets started, she doesn't like to quit. She's very opinionated. Uh, yeah. All right, I think that's all the W's right there. Yeah, okay. But we're going to keep them out because there's a whole bunch over on this side. Katie, I can't hardly get it open. Come on. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I take the straightener and kind of scrape them out of the tray and get them out of the corners. Yeah. There. Ah. Stop doing that. Got a couple of them that escaped. Yeah. There we go. There's that one. Now, what is next? How about let's get these ends right in here. We'll finish those off. Now. Yeah. All right. N is 3750. There we go. Yep. Yeah, they say tomorrow it's supposed to be cooler. They say it's supposed to be more like 18 degrees cooler tomorrow than it was today. So it's fine by me, I guess. It does. The little temperature keeps going up and down, up and down. So I'm sorry I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing here. Because there's D's and N's right in this batch right here. So here we go. We're getting there. I would like to get this finished tonight if I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep working on it even after I get done doing a video. I'll keep working on it until I get it done. That way I can put these drills away and move on to something else. I'm curious about something though. Oh, okay. See, that would fit in that new tray that I've got because it's only got 18 colors. Okay. I was just wondering. I just thought about it. That way I can kit that up into that new tray that I've got. Yeah, that'll work. There you go. Down you go. Yeah, the only thing I've got against this tray is the drills have a tendency to stick, which I don't like. But I do like the tray because it's small. But I am going to switch out to this other tray and make this a little bit faster. Okay. 966. 966 right there. I got a little bit of indigestion, so I'm burping a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I'll be glad when this one's done, and then I can move on to something else. I mean, I like this painting, but it has had a lot of confetti in it, and so I'm ready to say enough is enough with this confetti. You know, that's all right. We'll get it done. It'll be pretty when it's completely done. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to purchase another one of those little cubbies, a second one, but for some reason my card wouldn't go through, at Temu. So I may try to see if I can find one at Amazon that's near or around the same price, because it might have something to do with the tariffs and stuff going on. So anyhow, here she goes again. Nova is very opinionated. She's got to get her 2 cents worth in there. You know. But yeah, the two girls are sound asleep. They're up in their little cubby up there, and they're sound asleep. Both of them. Yeah. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go back into Temu, and I think I'm going to cancel that order and see if I can find something at Amazon instead. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. We're getting there. Yeah, I've been usually taking, pick out a whole bunch of different colors and lay them out so that way they're ready to go when I need them. And it works out fairly well that way. Yeah, I know it's getting kind of late because it's 10:22 right now. So I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. I was being lazy, as always. Yeah. Anyhow, but yeah, I spent about, I don't know, about 2 hours on the live today. I didn't go up on the screen. I was just lurking in the background kind of thing. Just sitting there lurking and listening and commenting every now and then. Okay, I think we're done with that one. Oh, 966. Oops, that's that one. And so, anyhow, I might go up on the screen for a little while anyway, maybe. On the live on Friday, maybe. We'll see. I might. We'll see. I'm not a talkative person, and so it's kind of hard for me to do that. Because I listen more than I talk, really. Now when I get on my um, um, videos, I just sit there and chatter, and I'm not really saying a whole lot, just chattering. And, but anyway. What do I want to work on? How about I? What is I? 3047. That's this one. Yeah. Yeah, my grandson, he's bouncing off the walls. He does not like being stuck at home. That sounds like Melissa's at home. It's a little early. He must have let out early. Hmm. Sometimes they let out early, sometimes they don't. Melissa doesn't like it when they let out early because it cuts into her paycheck. So, but when they run out of stuff to do, they end up sending them home early. And that's probably what has happened. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this working with this particular tray is a lot faster, I think. I know it's a lot bigger of a tray, but the um, the drills don't get stuck on the tray. That's the good thing about this particular one. Yeah, I sent some trays to Miss Southern Belle. I had this one tray that I bought, and I was going to use it, but I just never got around to it. And it's like 6 trays in one. And they're small trays, and she uses a lot of those small trays. And I thought that would work for her. So I went in and I sent that to her. And then I sent her some diamond paintings and various other stuff. So I hope she liked it. I didn't see her do an unboxing, so. Yeah, I enjoy sending things like that to people. I like to watch them open it and see how much joy they get out of it. And I get a kick out of just watching them. Yeah, I'm better at it as a giver than as a receiver, if you know what I mean. You know, I like getting gifts too, but I don't know. I'm so used to just being the giver instead. You know. Yeah, I haven't checked my channel today to see how far I've gotten on my this one right there. On my subscribers. The last time I looked, it was at 234, and that was just the other day. So I'll have to check again and see if it's gotten up to 250 yet. Yeah. It's slowly coming up. It's just, slow going. Yeah, I don't have the talent to do all the fancy introductions and all of that a lot of people have on their channels. I just don't have that talent. So, how about we just keep going? How about that? Seeing as there's a whole bunch of eyes. What? Yeah. Because we're going to be heading that way anyway, right? Yeah. Yeah, I put a bunch of them in here last night. I started and I just kept going and going and going. And I said, well, it's like what is it, that bunny The Energizer Bunny just keeps going and going. That's what I am with the diamond paintings. Yeah, I'll run out of ones that I'm using and I'll look over and say, oh, look, there's some more over on that side. So I just keep right on going. Yeah. Let's see. There. Yeah, I got a bunch of L's in there too, so I have to put the I's in and then I'll come back and put the L's in. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't work on any stitching at all today. I gotta get to Walmart and get some of that stuff that you put on your your thumbs for arthritis. Um, Sherry recommended it's called Voltam, something like that. And anyhow, so I got to get to Walmart and get some, and see if that helps with this thumb. Because I tell you what, after working on stitching or even diamond painting, and I get up of the morning, oh my thumb is so sore and stiff, and it takes a while for it to limber up a little bit. But yeah. So it's probably just arthritis is set in, which doesn't surprise me any, because as much as I use my hands, I'm not surprised at all. I know Dari, she asked me if I liked, what was it that she was asking me about? Fan sales, that was it. She was asking me if I liked fan sales, and yes, I do. I used to buy from fan sales all the time. And then I just got into the habit of buying from Temu because they were a little bit cheaper. Not much, but a little bit. And but yeah, I like fan sales. They're a really good company. Get this out of the way. Pull this on up. There we go. Might as well keep going, right? Yeah. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, more or less. And but yeah, I used to buy from fan sales all the time. I used to like their products. And I just got out of the habit of buying from them, and then the prices started going up, so I ended up having to go to Temu, and Temu was a little bit cheaper, so I just started buying from Temu. You know, I just wonder how much damage the tariffs are going to do on our crafting stuff. Like we buy all these diamond paintings and various other, crafting stuff, and I'm wondering how much that's going to cause everything to go up. I hope it doesn't go up too much. I really do. because I know a lot of folks are talking about it and how they're going to be going on kind of like a no-buy thing for a little while until we can figure out how badly the tariffs are going to hurt us, which I can't blame them for that. You know, we all have to save our pennies. Yeah. Alrighty. We're almost done with them. We got that little batch right here, and then we're done with the eyes. Yeah. Anyhow, so what are y'all gonna be doing this week? Because I know it's Holy Week, and so we've had Palm Sunday just passed, and then we got the rest of it right up to Easter. So everybody got plans for Easter? Yeah, I think my daughter is planning to have a big barbecue or something. If the weather's if the weather is good, let's put it that way. I think that's what she's got planned. Have a little bit of a cookout. We're getting there. Yeah. I know I'm not talking much. I don't have a whole lot to say, I guess. Yeah, because all I did today was spend my time just watching videos. I was watching all these various different videos, and then I watched this one program that I watch where they have it's going on up there in British Columbia, and it's with a huge giant wreckers, and they rescue humongous trucks and stuff that have gotten stuck or flipped over or whatever. I've been watching that here lately. It's called Highway Through Hockey Stick. I think that's what it's called. But it's very interesting. It's amazing how they can figure out a way to tie all them lines and stuff to those great big trucks and flip them over to where they get them back on their wheels so they can get them towed out of there. And it's really interesting to watch, you know. But anyway, I watch that, and then sometimes I listen to what's known as Bigfoot Chronicles. I like to listen to them. Some of the stories he talks about people, you know, seeing these creatures, and they talk about their encounters that they've had, that kind of stuff. It's interesting. It's different. Alrighty. L. What is L? 966. Is that it? 966. Yep. Back in there. whole bunch of them put out. We got quite a few L's. Yeah. Let me get another little bit more wax. Yeah. I know a lot of people use that sticky clay stuff. I don't know what it's called, but and it just doesn't work for me for some reason. It's I end up, I think I overload the pen, I think, and so it ends up with that clay or that sticky tacky stuff. I don't know what it's called anyway, and it ends up all over the place and all over my canvas, and then I spend forever trying to get it off, and I just don't like it, so I don't use it. And that way I'm not making a mess out of my canvas. You know, I just use good old plain fashioned wax. Right now I'm using some pink wax. Most of the time I use the purple, because I got a whole box of that purple, and so that's what I use. I use the I either use the pink wax or the purple, and so. I need to go back to Star's channel. She was talking about a devotional that she did, and it was about, hang on, let me see if I can remember now. Comfort? Was it comfort? No, it wasn't comfort. What was it that she was talking about? I don't remember. But anyway, she did a devotional and was talking to somebody about, watching that devotional, and it might help her, and she's, having some issues, with people, betrayal. That was it, betrayal, and how to biblically handle people that betray you. And anyway, that's one that I think I missed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewatch it and listen to that one. I think I like when Star does her devotionals. I enjoy them. So kind of like going to church in a way. You're getting a feeding from the Word, and that's why I enjoy listening. I was looking to see if there was any more L's up in this area. Got V's, V, L. Okay, there we go. Got some more over here. And so I'm going to go back either today or tomorrow and listen to that particular devotional that she did. Yeah, because she was talking to somebody on her channel, and I couldn't see because I was on Miss Bell's end of the live, and so I couldn't see what was being said by the other person, and I could just hear what Star was saying, and but apparently she's had some kind of betrayal. I'm not sure, and that's what Star was telling her, is that to go back and listen to that devotional that she did. on betrayal, and what the Bible says, and what Jesus says about it, and that kind of thing. So that's why I thought I would take and go back and watch it, because I think that's one I might have missed, because I don't remember watching that one. But then again, I've got a memory like a sieve. It just sort of kind of, you pour it in the thing and it just leaks out. I'm not very good at remembering stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when a horse bounces you on your head, and gives you a massive concussion. You know, and that's kind of what happened to me. So my long-term memory is fine. Okay, I can remember things way back when, right, that I did when I was a kid, but yet I can't remember something I said or did, you know, a day or two ago. So they said that I would have trouble with my short term memory uh, after that accident. They told me I would, and they were right. So anything that I want to remember, I have to write it down. So I've got papers and notebooks and little sticky notes. I got, all over the place so I can remember stuff. I know that sounds stupid, but anyway, that's the way that's how I handle it. I just don't have a very good memory like I used to have. Yeah. But that's all right. What you do is you learn to compensate. You know? Alrighty. Where do we want to go next? Let's see. 452. I don't know if I took that one out or not. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. How about, I got some ends here. Let's do those. Do those. Because I know those are out. 3750 right there. And, but yeah, that's what happens when you have a horseback riding accident and the horse decides to drop you on your head. It's not exactly a good thing to happen, right? But anyway, yeah, that happened 1996. Yep, that's when it happened. And anyhow, so it messed up my memory. It messed up my spine. I ended up spending like 3, 4 years, 5 years, or whatever it was, learning how to walk again, how to talk again. Um, how to handle manipulate my hands. Oh yeah, it did a number on me, let me tell you. But the one thing I was determined, I was not going to stay in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Just not going to happen. Because I was numb from the waist down. I couldn't feel anything. But between me and my daughter and a long hallway down our single wide trailer, I learned how to walk again. And learned how to talk again. And I still have compensations that I had to compensate for, but hey, I'm a lot better than I was in the beginning. Let's put it that way. And you just look at the past, you look at it, you look behind you and say, uh-huh, you know, I've come a long way, baby, kind of thing. So, yeah. Yep, that's I think that's the same year my grandson was born, was 1996, I think. And, or was it 99? I don't remember. Anyhow, um, so, yeah, my daughter unfortunately had to grow up very, very quickly because not only did she have to help me, to learn to do all this stuff again, she had to learn how to balance checkbooks and write checks for bills, and because her dad couldn't do it. And so she was 17 when that happened, something like that. So she had to grow up very quickly. I helped her as much as I could, but you know, and and then she got pregnant with her son, and so and then she ended up having a baby. So she ended up having to grow up very fast. You know, things happen. It's definitely not what she planned. I remember taking her to the doctor and whatnot, and they did determine that she was pregnant. And we were sitting in the truck, and I pulled over and was talking to her and trying to decide what she wanted to do, and I just sat there and she just cried in my arms because it was not what she wanted. And I sat there in the truck along the side of the highway and just held her and let her cry. But I'm her mama, and mama don't get mad. She just says, okay, we'll just figure it out and we'll just scoot over and make room, kind of thing. And that's basically what we did. I don't believe in tossing a kid out because of, poor judgment, you know. And I love my grandson. He's a good kid and whatnot. And, but again, my daughter was not prepared at that time to be a mom. And she had to learn real quick. She wanted me to take over and just adopt my grandson. And I thought about it, believe me, I did. And then I kept thinking about it. I said, no, because I know my daughter. That decision, that spur of the moment decision, she would have regretted later. So I said, no, I am not going to adopt your child. However, I will help you raise that child if that's what you want me to do. And I will do whatever I can to make it a little bit easier. But no, I was not going to take over the raising of that child. And it was about 4 or 5 years later that she came to me and told me that, thank you, Mom. And I said, oh, for what? And she goes, you're right. Yeah, I would have regretted giving Jesse up. And I said, yeah, I know. I know. And so, like I said, my daughter and I are very close, and I understand my daughter better than most. Let's put it that way. Oh, she makes mistakes. Yeah, all kids do, you know. And but she learns from her mistakes because she's only had the one child, and and then when she got married, the man that she married, he can't have any kids, and so it's just it's just the one child. Yeah. But anyway, we all make choices, and we have to live by those choices sometimes. Mhm. And so I've always had her back, basically. She may do things I don't exactly agree with, but I've got her back, kind of thing. But anyway, so is everybody gonna join in on the I keep calling it a theme, but it's not a theme. It's an event. There we go. Is everybody going to join in on the events that are coming up? I hope so. Make it interesting. Yeah, the more the merrier, right? That right? Yeah, we were sitting out on the porch this morning. It was me and my grandson Jesse and my daughter. We're all sitting there just having just sitting there talking. We really don't have a lot of time to sit and do that too much anymore because my Jesse's busy, my daughter's busy. I'm usually in the bedroom, doing my thing, and so we don't hardly ever actually get together and sit and just talk. It was fun. It was enjoyable, you know. Well, ladies, you know what? I think we're gonna start getting off of here because I don't know how long I've been on here. I don't know. I didn't look at the time until just a little while ago, and it's 11 o'clock right now. So I've been on here at least an hour, probably longer, you know. But I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go fix myself something to eat because I haven't eaten yet. And I'll probably have a sandwich or maybe a bowl of soup or something. I don't know. We'll find something. Then again, I might make some chicken fingers. Yeah, that sounds good too. So we'll figure out something. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get off of here. And y'all have a good day. And have a blessed night. And we will see you all tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow I'll actually get busy and do something earlier than 9, 10 o'clock at night. All righty. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you later. See you on the next one. Bye bye.